the 6th seed, and WeAreKhmer are the 14th seed right
Yeah,
now. And we have seen the first ban. It is Grace.
Grace Ben.
Interesting, Lozar. She's a strong hero, taken off the table straight away, followed by the Varia. Two pretty strong bans coming out there.
Yeah, two very strong bans. Grace and Trent Walker really interchangeable this patch, but Trent Walker does get picked up on A side, which is a really nice pick. It really counters a lot of melee comps such as what Rona and Blackfeather. Blackfeather still gets picked up, but Trent Walker really does help defend against the Blackfeather.
He does, but the really strong point about Blackfeather is that he's flexible between weapon power and
Yeah,
crystal power. Lozer, and you can take him into the lane or jungle. The Rona being taken off the table is interesting because I would have thought that if you pick up Blackfeather, you kind of don't really care if the Rona is picked up because you can flex it. And seeing as WeAreKhmer have the last pick, if if Ludicity had picked up Rona, they could have just countered it in one way or another, whether it was with the Blackfeather or another hero. But interesting what the second ban, it's Arden. So that means Grace, Arden, and Turnwalker have either been picked or banned. That only really leaves Lyra or or Catherine as far as the kind of strong in meta captains.
definitely. But I think I know the reason why we are Khmer banned Rona. I was looking at Ludicity's comps recently, and Ludicity's laner has played Rona nonstop and won almost every single game on it. So I think it's a target ban more than just a
Okay.
general ban.
That is a really good point you made, and based on that information, it was a very clever target ban. And as we do see that WeAreKhmer have picked up the Lyra, provides a lot of healing, a lot of CC with the bright bulwark, and it also means that really Taka cannot be taken off, cannot be confidently picked up by Ludicity. They do pick up the Vox and Termworker are a pretty strong combo because they provide a lot of AoE damage. Those are.
Yeah, I was expecting maybe a Ringo because Ringo this patch with the spell sword Tarn's Monocle is very good. But Blackfeather can just jump on that Ringo and kill him instantly because Ringo has no escapes. If Blackfeather is able to get on the backline, which is he can easily do, Blackfeather just get popped, and they don't have a really supportive support to prevent the Blackfeather from staying
Exactly.
on top of the Ringo.
Exactly. Yeah, so it does make sense that they picked up the Vox instead of the Blackfeather. And the
A
last
Ringo pick would
pick
be great.
on
A Ringo pick on that
Ludicity,
side would be great.
yeah, on the Sky. And yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea for Ringo to be picked up, and then you can flex the Blackfeather into a CP jungle position. However, another hero that could be picked up could be the Taka, because Taka does counter Sky, and with the Blackfeather, they can provide a pretty decent dive comp to get onto both the Vox and the Sky. The only fear, no, they've picked up the Ringo, and you called it. Lozard, really good call by you. They've gone for the Ringo. Very
Yeah,
strong right now and in the meta.
Ringo seems to do really well against the laning phase and Vox, and if Vox is able to get bullied in the laning phase, he doesn't really get his items. And then all Ringo has to do to a Sky is dodge her first A, and he can just burst Sky down instantly. The amount of damage output Ringo does with his new build is just insane.
It is, and then you mentioned the laning phase there. With the Lyra, you're going to be putting under a lot of pressure. But what I would like to see is I would like to see really smooth rotations from the Blackfeather to even join the Lyra and the Ringo, or just to look to invade the jungle from Team Ludicity.
Definitely. I'm expecting if the Sky's able to do well early game, I think he can do perfectly fine against the Blackfeather. But the problem with Blackfeather is just the amount of damage he can put with the Dragon's Eye is just insane. And the amount of pressure he can keep early game with being able to steal so many big objectives, like he can take Treant so easily and take mid so easily that if this Sky doesn't put early pressure on, Blackfeather will outscale her.
Yeah, exactly. Because we both know that CP Blackfeather is a very like scaling hero. Needs two or three items on the table before he kind of before he hits his power spike.
Now they're doing regular rotations, just both junglers and laners just taking their backs together. But Lucidity should take this a bit faster actually because they have that Sky.
Yeah, so we do see the Churn Walker is looking to kind of invade a little bit and cause a little bit of distraction here as now Churn Walker is kind of hooking onto the sentry, hooking onto the
Yeah,
minions,
Chunwalker's
causing that little
taking
bit of AoE damage.
Chunwalker's the first search like the team managed to get it. Somehow Lyra steals it out of all things and not the Sky, and they get a kill on Churnwalker. First blood already down, and it hasn't even been 2 minutes into this game. This game is working like I said. Like if the Blackfeather is able to get an early lead and is able to shut down the Sky, it'll be perfectly fine for the Blackfeather to just scale up and scale up and scale up. And once he gets that Aftershock Dragon's Eye combo, or maybe just builds a Dragon's Eye, he can just take over the game.
Yeah, that is really true, and that was a really strong start by WeAreKhmer. We didn't really expect it because Ludicity kind of has a bit of a stronger early game comp, but by taking the mid century and then taking advantage by getting a kill, really strong stuff. And we see Ringo and Lyra doing their job in lane, looking to CS, put a bit more pressure, make the Vox have to really go behind the turret, and we do see that the Churn Walker is doing his best to kind of hook on. And what makes it so hard for the Vox is that Churn Walker can't really do his thing because the double down perk of Ringo really causes the crit to come out, and that poke is monstrous even in the early stages.
Definitely, and this Blackfeather is able to get secure Trinity again, full HP, and the Sky's still level 2. So
yeah, so we do see now that the 3-man rotation by WeAreKhmer is really good. I mentioned that is what we want to see. And the kill
wow,
onto the Churnwalk, absolutely fantastic.
that
And
was
he's
so
going back
good.
in on point, and the heal coming out from
Like,
Lyra is going to keep him alive. And we're going to see just that current pressure onto the turret. But no, the third shot does go on to Aquazale, and it does force Aquazale just to go back into the jungle. And really strong stuff. And Sky does take the kill onto Blackfeather, exposes him, and now we see Too Sweaty is going to be able to take the enemy jungle of WeAreKhmer. What do you think of that? Break that down a little bit for us.
yeah, definitely. I think getting the kill was fine because then Ringo's able to put so much pressure on the tower, but they didn't even do that much damage to the tower, which is kind of saddening. But the Sky taking all the backs and this pinch that's about to happen here is more beneficial for the A side than it's beneficial for
And it
B
was
side.
taken by Akuzel with the on point, as they are now going to look to back off. We see maybe Ludicity is going to go and engage. No, they're just going to port back, so to be rotate back into the jungle. Churn Walker and Sky, they're just going to go together, gain that goal, gain that experience. And no, you see Churn Walker is going to have to go up and provide a bit more safety to the Vox. But look at Secret Love. He's low on health. He hasn't gone back yet. No, the healing from Lyra comes out. Really good stuff. Heals him back a monstrous amount. And it does mean he's able to farm back up. And, this is good rotations from both teams. But I feel it's a little bit better by WeAreKhmer so far.
Yeah, me as well. But I find it kind of weird how this Lyra didn't buy a contract because it's just able to sustain more. But there's a group up in lane right now. Blue team and minion mined their minions, and they're looking to try to put pressure on this tower. But Ringo's just taking the minions like it's nothing, and they won't get anything out of this. They're just gonna
Yeah,
go back to their regular rotations.
exactly. And what I like about the CP Blackfeather is that he does provide a lot of extra poke. I don't think he's going for the Aftershock build. I think he's gonna either go for Dragon's Eye or Shatterglass as a first item. Do you think that's a good choice?
I think Dragon's Eye wouldn't be a bad choice, but I just like Aftershock because you get that cooldown, and you also get that damage with Aftershock perk, and you get health. From Aftershock gives you health. If people didn't know that, it's not a thing that most people know.
Yeah. So we do see that it's been a little bit passive so far in this early game. 5 minutes in, there's not much of a goal difference between the two teams, maybe about a K.5, 2K goal lead on the side of WeAreKhmer, but that came from kind of the early engagement and the early push from them because they are
Definitely.
2 kills, 1 to up. Let's look at this Skye. She's got Dragon's Eye first item, really strong right now, able to build up stacks, and we see it engaged by Aquazale with the From Hell's Heart coming out, and yeah, he's gonna just Secret Love is just gonna do that damage onto
Wow,
the
there's a lot
turn.
of
Turn
damage
can't
coming out
really
from
do much, but
Blackfeather.
now Skye comes back with the forward barrage. He's gonna focus. The fountain comes out by Lyra. And then now Blackfeather's focused on turn. No, just go down to both the Vox and the Skye. Really good stuff. Heat of Flask comes out. Skye repositions with the Surrey Strike and the forward barrage. And now is going to look to stay and push turret, or is he going to try to go to the mid of Blackfeather? No, that is a wise choice. Going to take more
I definitely think
CS away from the Blackfeather.
I definitely think that Skye taking his jungle in the very beginning of the game helps a lot, because if people don't know, VG's formula is weird, where if the Skye's behind, which she was, and she takes the backs or like jungle creeps at all, she will gain more XP than the Blackfeather would, and after that she'll just catch up easily. Now there might be a caught out in lane. Skye's able to do a lot of damage on Lyra, puts the ulti out, is able to stun. The Lyra portal messes up and the Ringo goes back, but it somehow helps and able to do damage to Turnwalker, ends up killing him.
Well, it was that rotation by the Blackfeather now that meant he was able to secure the kill on turn. That was a really great reactional arcane passage from the Lyra that helped stop her getting put down, and it helped secure the kill onto the turn. And now you want to see these kills turn into objectives, though, and that's why I think either team, especially WeAreKhmer, want to really focus on, because objectives take the kills, and they are going to listen to me. They've taken the objective of the turret. First turret goes to WeAreKhmer in 7.5 minutes. That's a pretty good start by them.
That's a really good turnaround as well. They were in a position to lose the game if they weren't able to do something, but that rotation was amazing, able to caught out the Turnwalker and then get a turret out of it.
Yeah, so that's good, but the gold mine is now full. So that is going to be important for whoever gets the next team fight win has a chance of taking that full gold mine. Lozar, at this point, who do you think has the advantage?
Right now, I think it depends on who can start the fights and how the fights are started. If Ringo's able to get his ultimate off, or if Blackfeather's able to get his pokes off, then Team B would definitely win this fight. But if they're able to hard engage and Turnwalker's able to get all his hooks on, I think Ludicity has a really good chance of winning this. But right now, Blackfeather infused as well, and they're already going for the gold miner.
That's a really good choice. They have vision control, they have map control. Okay, the 3 of Ludicity are up with your Turnwalker getting spot out, but the chains go on and it is taken by the Ringo. Really good choice, but now they need to rotate back up the lane because it is push. They are going to take it. Really good 3-man push because they know Ludicity are going to try to take this turret, and they have. So both a very good reactional play by WeAreKhmer to take the gold mine and then rotate back up as a 3-man team, because a lot of teams, they don't do that. They'll take the gold mine and then they'll go, oh, no, we're grand. And then they will not think about what the enemy team might do as a reaction. However, that is not what WeAreKhmer did, and really good stuff by them.
Another fight breaking out. Blackfeather gets stunned up by the trespass, and he's able to escape, but he gets stunned by the Skye ulti. But that damage coming out from the Blackfeather is insane. His on point hits everyone, and this Ringo just piling off attack with his crits. Blackfeather misses his B, but Ringo's able to get his ulti, and then another heal should come up to heal up the Blackfeather. Ringo might get a kill here. I don't know, because the Skye has a lot of damage out. Vox just took the healer, so he's back up to full health, and they might try to go for something here. Lyra's really close to it. Lyra dies. Blackfeather misses the most important on point that he has to land, and he misses it. And this might be a free tower unless Secret can do something to just turn this around.
Well, the Skye is low, so I don't think they're going to go for it. That was a little bit of a bad turret dive coming out from Vox. And now, yeah, they're just going to play it safe. They're going to take a little bit of enemy jungle. They take the healing sentry. It does heal Skye up a little bit. take the lower camps. Good choice by them. I would like to see Ludicity get a little bit more map control with some vision. Try to kind of keep themselves in terms of within the game as far as vision, and that's what Turnwalker has done. Picked up a scout trap just to put it in the bushes, just to kind of help their team, because when you're against a a black feather can come out of nowhere. No less a CP black feather with both Shatterglass, Broken Myth, and an infusion
Wow.
in his pocket to unleash onto the enemy team. Look at the on-point damage coming out from Black Feather. It's absolutely amazing. One question to you before we get into the next team fight engagement. Do you think Dragon's Eye would have been a better item choice than Shatterglass?
Honestly, I don't really know, but if Blackfeather is able to kill them fast enough where the Sky can't even get the Dragon's Eye stacks, so it actually might be really good. But there might be a fight breaking out if this Turnwalker can realize, no, the Goldmine's taken instantly, but they're piling damage on the Turnwalker. The Turnwalker might die soon. Oh, everyone
Yeah,
backs off. They have no clue what they're doing there. Like, Blood gets caught out with a trespass. Ringo's maybe able to burst him down. Ringo bursts him down. Aquazul should just run away here. Unless he can get another. Wow, he got another kill. He might be able to outplay this guy.
I think he can outplay this guy because, you know,
Ooh.
but then again, the Crystal Sentry is doing his damage. Aquazel has gone for the healing sentry, and he does. But is it going to heal up before Too Sweaty can get on it? And no, it doesn't. Too Sweaty stays onto him. He had those 12 Dragon's Eye stacks, and that's my point. Was Dragon's Eye going to be a better item than Shatterglass? Because once you build up those stacks and you keep on them, you are pretty dangerous in any kind of team fight. But look,
I get caught out here, and the crit
kind of
doing so much damage. But Sky's able to get away. Turnwalker's coming right from behind. Actually, no, Sky dies. Turnwalker comes from behind, is able to get off some roots, but they're running away because they're in a really bad position here. If they can keep him displaced while Blackfeather can come, they might be able to get a couple kills. But this Vox is going for the Ringo, but I don't think he realizes how much of a Ringo is able to 1v1. This trespass barely misses. If he did that a second sooner, the Vox would have killed him.
Yeah, but now we see the Charmwalker is exposed on his own. The Blackfeather and the Lyra is doing their best to take him down. On point misses, but he's going to have the Rose offensive does to secure the kill. But one thing to point out, the turret does go down on the side of WeAreKhmer. So that was, that's why it's so important to make sure that your lane is pushed. Because if you don't push your lane and the enemy team pushes their lane, and then you're distracted by taking down enemies, you lose a turret. So that was a bit sloppy coming out from WeAreKhmer. I know it's late, guys, in the US for them. It's past midnight, I believe. So of course their focus and concentration might not be up to par as it would be, let's say, earlier in the game. But
can you really blame
you've got to stay focused.
They went over. They did at least 2 team fights. And then after that, looking at lane is the last thing that they have in their mind when no enemies are up there.
But you've got to focus on lane. It's important because it's all well and good getting kills, but if you don't turn those kills into objectives or into an advantage on the map, you're only prolonging you potentially winning the game for your team. But as we do see this, all 3 members of each team are in lane. We're going to see those breaking points.
Ringo uses ulti on the Vox, and it does connect, doesn't get reflex blocked. Now, there's no Dragon's Eye stacks being built, but Sky is building a lot of Dragon Blood stacks, but Blackfeather is able to tank all his damage with this B. Blackfeather is about to go in. Sky, don't know if that was good or not, because now he's just out of position. Now, if we're going to just get a couple auto attacks here, should be able to kill him. They go for the Vox instead. Vox gets popped. Now, Sky might be able to outplay this, actually. This Sky, we have seen her be very good, but I don't think they're going to do anything. They're just going to take the Crystal Sentry and leave it be. But they might try to collapse on her.
They would be better off going for either turret or gold mine. To be honest, that's what I feel. They have gone for the turret. They've secured the turret. They could even go back down and secure the gold mine as well. Those are a bit risky, But going forward, if they got it,
Well,
but
Goldmine's
no, the
gone.
Kraken is up. It's 15 minutes. Are they going to go for Kraken loser? It's a little bit
They
risky.
want to go for it.
All
Churnwalker doesn't
three,
know. Churnwalker doesn't know.
but all three of Ludicity are up. He's got to have an idea.
Churnwalker has no idea. Wow, that just right under their noses. Churnwalker's waiting right there, not having any clue. Right under their noses. Now Lyra's taking a lot of damage. The trespass hits, stuns hits. Lyra's dead. This Kraken might have gone to waste because this Blackfeather doesn't have a Dragon's Eye to really stack, but he can do a lot of damage still. Now they might be caught off. Might be caught out, but oh wow, this Blackfeather is clearly gonna die from that. Now Ringo's probably gonna be caught out too, and Ringo's just dead, and that's sadly an ace, and they just lost that Kraken.
That's going to be 500 free gold essentially over to the side of Ludicity. I don't think WeAreKhmer will take down a turret with this Kraken because none of their team members are up. It might go low, but that 300 gold isn't going to go to the way of 300 Kerm just yet. It's going to be essentially a free infusion each on the side of Ludicity. So that was a great engagement. Counter engagement by Ludicity to shut them down after the Kraken.
The Kraken actually somehow took that, and that's a choke point tower gone. So that's a very good thing to happen right now, especially how much pressure they're keeping.
Okay, that's a fair point, but you've got to feel that Ludicity have the better of these team fights because the Sky is just being disgustingly annoying because he's got the Dragon's Eye, he's got the Eve of Harvest, which not a lot of people would agree with, but I actually think in this comp isn't a bad choice because it's providing him with just a little bit more sustain. He's able to story strike around and just do that little bit of damage.
Oh, the Umbral Trespass hits, and Churnwalker hits. Blackfeather is able to get away because of how much of ability she has, and that damage coming out is insane. Now, I think they're going to try to look for a fight here, but Team Ludicity is being smart and running away from the Sentry before anything is able to happen. The ulti hits and does massive damage to the Vox, and Vox is kind of out of here and not able to fight anymore. Unless she pops Fountain. This is really good for WeAreKhmer right now. Ringo's going to go in and try to get a kill. Gets the kill, able to body block the Sky, and wow, dead. That was so good for them. And they also have this choke point, so they can maybe end game here.
They could actually end game because we're at 17 minutes and fantastic by WeAreKhmer. I actually thought Ludicity had the better of these team fights, but they are proving me wrong. WeAreKhmer are proving me wrong because the second Vein Crystal turret has gone down and it's just a Vein left. They are going to take it down. 19-minute game goes over to WeAreKhmer in this first game in the best of 3 series. Absolutely impressive stuff by WeAreKhmer. I do feel there was obviously a couple of mistakes coming out from both sides. Lozard, what do you feel was kind of the up and downs in this game between both teams?
I think the biggest mistake that happened in this whole game was that early tower dive where Blackfeather did end up getting the kill, but he was so low that he didn't realize that the Sky could just be in the jungle because the Sky knew where Blackfeather was, and he knew that Blackfeather didn't take his jungle. So Sky just went in the jungle and took everything. And that's what made this Sky come back, because this Blackfeather was up 2 levels on the Sky actually. So that was a really good and really bad play from both teams.
Okay, so you think it kind of started early on for WeAreKhmer in terms of that they just kind of had that early turret push, and even though Blackfeather went down because they stayed focused on their objectives, that they just managed to snowball, at least from an objective point of view, because we can both agree that Ludicity played a really good game in terms of their team fights. The Sky was really good, and you know, so was the Vox. The one issue I would say is that actually maybe Churnwalker wasn't the right support for their strategy / comp. That if you had somebody like a Grace Arden or even a Lance, that would have provided a little bit more protection against the Blackfeather and even the Ringo, it could have gone the way of Ludicity.
I definitely agree with that, but they picked Churnwalker first, so they should have based the comp around Churnwalker.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, like, if you were playing two squishies and you have no tanks in the jungle, Vox and Sky don't tank, Blackfather does tank. You don't pick Churnwalker. You want Churnwalker that can be with someone bulky while putting out damage, so they can share the damage.
Exactly. So that's going to be really important for them in the next game, as we are ready just to get the link to the draft, and we can just get this second game on the road. That when you pick up your first hero, that you make sure that what you're picking up isn't necessarily just because it's a meta pick, but because you have every intention to base the rest of your comp around that first pick. That you go
You're
in
right.
with this strategy.
Yeah, that's what they fell short. They did lose draft phase, but
Yeah,
their mechanical skills were able to bring them back. But losing draft is something that you should never try to do.
exactly. Well, or you want to make sure that you draft properly. And talking about draft, we are in the draft for the second game. WeAreKhmer are on the left hand side. Ludicity are on the right hand side. So it's going to be really interesting of what WeAreKhmer do to secure the second game, because they know it's late and they will want to do their best. They banned the Varia first pick, which is kind of
Why?
interesting because normally Varia is a banned first pick. Normally they kind of ban something like Turnwalker, Grace, Blackfeather, Ringo, the kind of strong meta heroes first. And then if the Varia is let through, they might go for the Varia. But either way, they banned her. It's going to be interesting what Ludicity go to ban. They go to ban the Turnwalker. I would have thought they would have banned the Blackfeather.
Yeah, Blackfeather, totally. But like, I don't understand why we are Khmer is banning Varia first. You should never ban Varia first A side because the enemy team is going to ban Varia. If Varia gets through, that is a legit instant GG.
It is, but now we are seeing that Blackfeather is picked up by WeAreKhmer, first pick, really strong choice. You know, they had it the last game. It's a flexible pick. We saw it being a powerhouse in CP. It could easily be a powerhouse on weapon um weapon power. So what do you expect Ludicity to counter with? They've gone for a Grace, good choice, or they should have gone for a strong carry like a Baron or maybe a Vox.
I think Grace is good here because Grace's able to get that healing and that B because Blackfeather does kind of have to use on point to get in, and if Grace is able to stop that, they can just shut down Blackfeather. But
Yeah.
Blackfeather's really strong this patch. Like we can all agree that he's a little bit broken.
Yeah. That's about. But either way, it's more. It's not that he's outright broken from a damage output. It's the fact that he's so flexible and unpredictable for the
Yeah.
enemy team that makes him somewhat broken. But anyway, Ringo ban was the second ban by Ludicity. It definitely a targeted ban, I feel, because you don't want to let a really strong carry hero like Ringo go over um to WeAreKhmer. But I also find it interesting because they could have picked up the Ringo because they have the next pick and look to ban something like Ataka or a dive hero that would have been able to go on to Ringo.
I don't like this
However,
Vox ban.
pardon?
I don't like this Vox ban. I think that if they Sky is one of the really only things that can go against the Blackfeather in my mind. I think they should have banned Sky, and so you can't really. So Blackfeather has complete dominance in jungle.
But we are seeing a Rona pickup, and normally when Blackfeather is picked up, you wouldn't necessarily see a Rona being picked up. But I'd say my only reason why Rona would be picked up on the side of Ludicity is because they have last pick, so they're able to base their final pick around what WeAreKhmer pick as their final two heroes.
Yeah, but they banned Vox and Ringo, which are the best two things to go into Rona. So I'm really interested to see what laner they would pick. I don't. Blackfeather does lose to a lane Rona, so I don't think they'll put a Blackfeather in lane. And CP is stronger right now, so maybe a Baron.
You could make no, they've gone for a
Oh, a
Sky. And let's
Sky.
ah Here's one scenario for you. You could see a weapon power Sky. Weapon
Definitely.
power
I think
Sky in the lane that provides a lot of mobility, a lot of poking once the Sky gets the 2 or 3 damage item, like we normally see something like a Sour Blade breaking point, or maybe even a Poison Shiv breaking point. Uh, she really comes into her own, and a hero like Arona, but we see Attacker coming out. Good choice.
very good choice.
Do you
Um,
think the Black Feather kind of, if it's CP, will be able to negate the burst that Taka has?
if this talk is good, no, but I do think this talk is good after seeing how mechanically well developed that Sky was. But if this backfeather is able to land on point on Taka, then yes, he will absorb all the burst. And if he's able to land on points when he's invisible, then he should be fine. But we've
Yeah.
seen time and time again, WeAreKhmer's Blackfeather doesn't really land his on points that often when he's really put in like a 1v1 or 2v1 situation.
Yeah, I do question I question the second bans coming out from both teams as we are about to get into the second game. However, look, the draft is what it is. Out of the two picks, who do you think has won the draft?
Definitely think WeAreKhmer has won this draft. They've been drafting really well.
That means that if they do win this game, they will win a 2-0 sweep. But anyway, look, we've got full game ahead of us, so we don't know who's going to win. There could be a lot of strong dive engagements coming out from Ludicity, and if they synergize it correctly, they could burst down the Sky or even burst down the Blackfeather, who's kind of going to be on the front line. And I did correctly predict the Lozar. We're seeing a weapon power Sky and a CB Blackfeather. Really interesting stuff.
Yeah, very. And this Arden picks actually really well. Because imagine an Echo Gauntlet or an Echo Vanguard. Just completely shuts down the Taka.
That's a really good point. You take in the Echo, and you mostly associate, at least with Arden, you mostly associate the Echo with the Gauntlet, but the Echo Vanguard can be so vital to a team fight, because not only does it provide that straightaway extra protection, but it also puts the Echo on low cooldown again.
There might be a fight coming off. There might be a fight coming out. I don't know. Both teams are kind of just dancing around it. Rona goes in for some damage, gets some damage out. That's all. Grace is going in, but she has no backup. Going to take some damage, and they're trying to go for this this Treant, and they should be able to take it with ease, unless no.
It was taken
Grace
by
will just do it.
the Grace, actually, quite interestingly slim on this Grace. What I do like now though, Lozart, is that both the carry and the jungler again have gone to the jungle rotation, which is actually quite interesting. You don't see that too often. Grace is going to go to lane, so she can do her best to kind of try and hold it until the Rona gets up there, which she is going up to the lane now. So I actually think that was a really wise choice by Ludicity.
Yeah, me too. Their wave was pushed, so Rona was like, I can just get some more farm, and then Rona's able to sustain so well in lane that she doesn't need to leave. And when she leaves, she can just she can get like her Serpent's Mask and some defense. But I definitely think that Grace should probably go Echo as well. But there's a fight actually breaking out,
But
and
yeah, we do
they
see
might end
that
up.
engagement coming out. Lozar, sorry to cut you off there. And look at the kills coming out. Trade each on the side of each team as Ronan takes down the Blackfeather, and Grace is taken down by I believe the Arden, I think it was. But look at the Sky and the Protector contract coming out, being able to focus down a little bit more on the Taka. But no, look to just kind of refocus again and go back to continuing their rotations with Jerome and Ataka going down to the mid-century. I'm really impressed by Ludicity's rotations between the jungle and the carry in the early stages of this game.
Definitely, this wave got meaning candy, so they should put a little bit of pressure here because hard to farm under minion candied wave, but they're not pushing any pressure, just going back.
Yeah, so I feel that possibly maybe more pressure could be put in lane by WeAreKhmer. If the Blackfeather rotated up with the Sky, they could really kind of disrupt the normal rotations that are happening by Ludicity, because they're really clean right now in the early stages. They're farming up nicely, getting a lot of experience points, and we're seeing the Rona on level 5 ahead of the Sky, who's only on level 4. So that speaks for itself.
Yeah, like them, Rona was able to take Treant with Taka 2 times. That just gives her so much XP. And then also take backs with them 2 times. Like the amount of XP this Rona's getting is just exponential.
I see what you did there, XP exponential. But yeah, that's really good stuff. And like the Blackfeather is just farming, but he's
Well, they
now
caught up
getting
the Blackfeather.
exposed
The
because he's
Blackfeather
put.
got stunned because he tried to use his B and ended up just dying. That stun was very unfortunate.
And look at Ludicity, they're now going to focus on the Crystal Sentry, and that is the Crystal Sentry defeated for the first time in only 4 or just under 5 minutes. Really good stuff by Ludicity. Will we see a third game in the series,
Yeah,
this
right
3-game
now
series? That is well possible.
it's definitely a 3-game series right here because Ludicity is taking so much control of this early game. This Blackfeather is not really able to get that much damage out. He's actually building an aftershock interest in this game, which he should do. But I can definitely see this game going to 3 games.
Yeah, I can definitely see it myself as well, and I can see it, but it's going to be a matter of time because the weapon power Sky, don't forget, and the CP Blackfeather, they take a bit of time to scale up. They require 2 to 3 items. So I suppose you expect this early game pressure from Ludicity. And we're going to wait for WeAreKhmer to kind of ramp up, hit their power spikes, and then as a team, if they rotate and engage, they could easily shut down Ludicity.
Yeah, this Taka is going to be a really key point because if the Taka is able to go to the sky fast enough, then they can't really win because I think their win condition right now is Sky staying in the back line, getting as much breaking points stacks as you can, and then just obliterating them at the last stages of the team fight.
Yeah, exactly. So look at that. See, great rotations as a team by Ludicity, really scaring the Blackfeather away, making them pour back. And we're seeing in the 6-minute mark that there's a K. Now it's not much, but it's a K gold difference in the side to the advantage of Ludicity. We see Blue Stacks is on level 7, Secret Love only on level 6, and look at this coming out from Too Sweaty, just jumping onto the Taka, doing a lot of damage in this early stage.
Taka's going to keep on going. Taka gets caught out, but is able to dodge the stun with his Kaiten, and I guess they're just going to reset and try to pressure this tower. Definitely, they're trying to go for his mid again, just trying to deprive Blackfeather of all his farm. Blackfeather actually might die here.
Yeah, and then we see Rona jumping on the Blackfeather, who is getting the better in the early stage. And look at that Crystal Sentry again, because they push lane, they do pressure, they get a team fight. It's just clockwork rotations coming out from Ludicity. But WeAreKhmer responding with the turret.
That was a really nice tower take, and I don't think Ludicity can do anything here. Taka might be able to just chunk down the sky, but that gauntlet just prevents anything. But he actually gets to the gauntlet with the Kai-10, but not enough damage to finish it off. And Blackfeather's taking their backs.
So that was
So
an
it's a big
advantage if the Blackfeather can come back. No, see, Blackfeather, you should have poured it back and gone straight to lane, because there's no point in taking a turret, nearly dying, when your team are going to get reactively pressured on, and then the turret goes down in the process. They did not gain anything because, yes, they got a turret, but they lost their first turret as well. So I feel like that was good by WeAreKhmer, but then they made a mistake.
Yeah, they definitely executed really well, but just didn't finish really well. And she doesn't get caught out here, but that was a really close cutout. But Blackfeather does have level 8, so it might be a lot easier for him to hit stuff and poke.
Yeah, definitely. So look at that. Ludicity are going for the gold mine. They're looking to take objectives. I always say, Ludicity, that objectives are really important in this game. Objectives is what gets you the game, because you get objectives like the gold mine, like the crystal century. It gives you gold, it gives you map control, it gives you psychological advantage. It makes the enemy essentially scared to go towards you too much, because they think, okay, the enemy team
This is such
has
a bait.
control.
Bronner just infused and is able to just do so much damage. But they might win this with the help of Treant, with the help of Crystal Sentry. I really wish the Blackfeather had a Dragon's Eye right there, because if he had Dragon's Eye, that Grace would have died a long time ago, and they would probably be able to win the team fight.
Yeah, exactly. But we are seeing that Aquazella is just gonna kind of heal up a little bit, and yeah, just Slim and the rest of Ludicity, they're just doing a really good job right now in these team fights.
Again, misses really important on points, and misses it again. This is really bad for Aquazeel, and they're going to try to counter engage. And this Taka able to just get stunned into the gauntlet, but it's fine because now Sky's all by herself without any support from anyone except Arden. But he's able to live because of the Witcher Contract Fountain and his own But she just dies instantly, getting the execute. Blackfeather misses his B again, was able to secure the kill, but this might be an ace here.
It might be,
Arden's
but
running,
Arden uses boots.
but this just gap closures that this team has is insane. The jumps, Aka, clean, and that was an ace.
That was an ace in the 9 minute, in the 10 minute mark. It wasn't like a super amazing ace, but it was an ace nonetheless. It gives you the minion boost, and it meant that Too Sweaty was able to heal up fully, and the sentry is eliminated in 10 minutes. This is amazing by Ludicity. They just seem to be controlling this game and this map every team fight engagement.
Their team fighting skills is a lot better. We saw that in last game. I think what happened for first game was just first game chills maybe, because right now they're outperforming everything they did last game. Definitely the Rona coming in as a comfort pick.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I would totally agree with you there, and it's paying off for them 100%. As we see another engagement coming out by Ludicity, going by the Holy Nova. Holy Nova stuns the Arden. Arden's going to get focused up on Blue Stacks. Blue Stacks get the on point, and Rona doesn't get the on point, gets the basic attack damage onto Arden and takes down the kill, and then Taka is just roaming around, mobile as ever, jumping onto the Blackfeather. Blackfeather gets shut down instantly. And then as a three-man team, the DC are able to go into the Sky. Sky has another ace on the side of the DC. Absolutely fantastic. So the sentry is eliminated. The goal line is empty. So that means as a team, they can look to focus on the turrets, get one, maybe even two turrets.
Yeah, this game control is gone for WeAreKhmer. Like the control is gone. Jungle control is gone. Gold miner control is gone. Lane control at some point is going to be gone as well. So it's going to be really interesting to see. I think as soon as they get Kraken, they should be able to close out this game. Like Lucicity's comp isn't really a siege comp, so with the help of Kraken, they should be able to siege the tower.
Yeah, that is a really good point you bring up. Taking the Kraken when it comes up when not having a siege comp is really important to helping your team secure the game, and yeah. So I want to take a little bit look now at the fact that Ludicity are 6k gold ahead. What do WeAreKhmer have to do to get back in this game between both map control and goal difference?
Map control, they won't gain that back unless they get an ace or let's get a couple kills. But I don't really see that happening because Aquazeel doesn't even have Dragon's Eye, and Dragon's Eye is such a comeback item. It's like really good for comebacks. But able to broken myth instead, even though no one on the enemy team has any shield. Really questionable buy. teamfight actually breaking out. Taka just chunks out the sky. Surfshark doesn't land anywhere. Great gauntlet able to stun him off, but he just gets shut down instantly. The Shiver Steel Rona is just able to slow down everyone. Arden just gets popped, not able to even fountain himself. This just might be another tower just straight up gone.
Yeah, it's just complete dominance coming out by Ludicity. There's nothing we are currently going to do. Look at the burst on the Taka that has Aftershock, Broken Myth, and Clockwork. The Clockwork doing insane work, giving great cooldowns as they look to take the third 30 minutes, nearly 40 minutes, and they are down to only one Vain third. Absolutely amazing stuff by Ludicity. They are not letting up.
I don't know if you caught that, but Rona did one auto attack to Sky, and then Arden instantly fountain. WeAreKhmer is totally scared of this team right now. Blackfly gets caught out and able to get stunned and just is going to get popped here. Now, the Shiver Steel Rona is really good because able to slow everything, and this Arden just running away trying. This Arden's dead as well, and they should be able to just clean this game off here. They have minions right there, and this Sky isn't really strong. All she has is Shiv and Breaking Point defense. Yep, I'm going to say, but this game's probably GG.
It is probably GG, and absolutely fantastic comeback by Ludicity in this second game. You know, the Blackfeather tries his best, or should I say Sky tries his best, but it is game over. Ludicity dominate this game. Their rotations were absolutely fantastic. Taka was a great last pickup, I feel, because it meant that as a dive comp, you had the perfect match because Taka was able to be slippery. Rona was able to stay sustained in the fight with the red mist. And then Grace was just there giving an absolutely immense amount of heal. Didn't even have time to build the Echo, but got the 3 vital items you need as a dive support, Lozard, which is Fountain, War Threads, and then Crucible to block out the gauntlet.
It's kind of funny because Grace rarely used her heal these team fights. Like, if you thought the team fights were anywhere close, this Grace still had Fountain and heals up, which just shows how much they dominated this game.
Yeah, it did, and it's going to be interesting as we go into a 3-game series. It's late for these guys. It's late for us. Full props to Ludicity for battling the tired, what must be the tired minds of these players after going down 1-0 and just come back with such aggression and composure. It was amazing to see.
Yeah, like the psychology on WeAreKhmer is just insane right now. Like, they got beat down this game. First game they did fine, but they just got beat down this game. Like, the fact that as soon as Rona auto attacked the Sky once, this Arden instantly fountained. That's how scared they are of this team right now.
Yeah, and but that was the last game. You know, we're going into the last game of the series. We're just getting ready to get the draft links set up. They will be sent to us, and then we will get right into the draft of this last game of the series. And it's really exciting because Ludicity drafted perfectly, but they did have the advantage of the last pick. So that did help them to secure their comp and help secure their win. What do you expect WeAreKhmer are going to come out with? Are they going to come out with instantly banning the Blackfeather? Because it would make sense in their first pick, unless Varia is a banned, to ban the Blackfeather.
Yeah, definitely. I think Blackfeather ban would be good, but we haven't seen this team play Blackfeather at all because WeAreKhmer just takes Blackfeather every single time. But I wouldn't be surprised if they might ban Rona or Taka as a target ban for getting so smashed in this game. Like, I would like to see a Rona ban coming out.
Yeah, the Rona ban would be a good choice indeed.
Like, so first draft they banned Rona. WeAreKhmer banned Rona as well. Second draft they banned Vox instead of Rona, which I didn't really understand because I don't know why you would ban a Vox when Rona is just a fantastic laner. And I don't know if they knew the BlueStacks is such a good Rona. If they did, they probably would have banned a Rona right there and not and this game would have not gone so dominant. But
against
sadly,
them.
this game just
Yeah. So we're just kind of waiting to get the link set up. I believe that is the case. So yeah, we're just ready to get the link set up, and then we'll get into draft as last game in the series.
let me ask you a question. Who do you think is gonna win? Who do you think is gonna win this series?
It's really hard to tell until the draft comes out for sure. Based on the last game, definitely Ludicity because it showed such composure. But you can't take anything away from WeAreKhmer because they took the first game and they took it overall pretty confidently. They did draft pretty well, and they kind of have the advantage because they have the last pick and they will be able to let's say kind of bait Ludicity into drafting a certain way if they're wise, and then on the last pick they can just counter it and they can just powerhouse through. So it's going to be really interesting.
Definitely, both teams are pretty good at drafting, and you are right. The best drafter usually does win the game. It's gonna be really interesting to see if they do target ban Rona, and who are they gonna first pick? Are they gonna pick Blackfeather again? They played it last two games. I don't know if they're gonna play it again. But I don't mean to just like hit Aquazel, but he has not been performing on Blackfeather as well he needs to be. He's been missing at least a couple of his on points multiple times.
Well, it's late at night. That's one thing you got to remember, Lozer. So these guys are just playing to the best of their abilities, and some activatables, some they're not going to, let's say, go the way you want it, and these guys are just playing the best they can. And it's more important as a team that you work together, Lozard, and that if one person makes a mistake, that another your teammate picks it up and runs with it and kind of makes up for it. So as a team, you can secure a kill, you can secure an ace, and overall secure a game. But just want to let everybody know that we are just ready to get into the draft this last game. Even though I sound pretty tired, and I do humbly apologize, guys, I'm doing my best to say absolutely hyped for this last game of series. My throat is dying. It's feeling pain like it's never felt before, but I don't care. I'm gonna push through for you guys, for Ludicity, for WeAreKhmer as we get in, or as we are ready to get into the draft of this last game. I want to hear you on chat with the hashtag Ludicity or hashtag WeAreKhmer on who you want to win, because I want to see the passion for both teams come out on chat. Nothing else but passion for these two teams, because that is what you are here to watch. You're here to watch and support one of these two teams or even both teams. But I want to see on chat what your hashtag is for the team to win. Please, guys, get it out there. But anyway, Lozard, while we're waiting, we've seen. I want to go back again to the draft that we have Blackfeather picked in the first and the second game. It's got to be taken off the fold. It really has to be by either team, because it's such a powerhouse that if you pick it, you have such a strong chance. Even though it can't be countered, it is such a strong hero.
Definitely. I Blackfeather is probably top tier of any picks that you'll get this season, and Rona's up there as well. So I'm gonna try to say that Rona or Blackfeather will be banned or picked up, but those two heroes will definitely affect this draft heavily.
Oh, and the notifications and the links are coming in. Oh my sweet baby Jesus, the
I see
draft
it.
has
I see it.
started.
I see it. Let's go. Final
So
draft of the final game. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
yeah, get the hype going. Grace Band, Varia Band, Churnwalker picked up for Ludicity, who are on the left-hand side for the last game. WeAreKhmer on the right-hand side for the last game. Churnwalker, really good, really strong captain right now, but you got to make sure that you pick a
Build.
comp that is strong. And Blackfeather comes out. Blackfeather is picked by WeAreKhmer. What do you make of that?
3 times. 3 times WeAreKhmer has played this hero. They are confident on this hero. I cannot wait to see what this guy can do on this hero. And this Chunwalk, this draft is going exactly how it went at the very first stages of the game. This is insane. It's almost like the same draft. Run up ban, Churnwalker pick, Blackfeather pick. I'll see if
And
anything is
then
different.
the Rona ban comes out by WeAreKhmer, so they're learning from the last game. They're not letting the Rona come through, and then Lyra is banned by Ludicity. That does leave the Grace and the Arden open, who are two. Sorry, not the Grace, just the Arden. So it makes sense the Arden has to be picked up by WeAreKhmer. Has to
Yeah,
be.
and this is learning as well by banning Lyra. Like both teams are actively learning on what they should ban, what they should pick, which is makes the draft phase a lot better.
Yeah,
Now,
it
Ringo
does.
pick.
Oh, Ringo pick really interesting. I don't get why you would pick Ringo as your second pick, because that straight away tells you that it's going to be a CP Blackfeather. And I don't get that, because one, you're not picking your support.
Definitely.
And yes, you can surprise the enemy team with your support, but you cannot surprise them as much as with your last pick if it's a captain. If it's a jungle or a carry hero. So I'm really surprised, and Ludicity will be able to direct counter that. Lyra's off the table. It would make sense
Taka.
for Taka. No, they've gone for the
Baptiste?
Batiste.
See, I don't understand why they do that when Ringo and Blackfeather are really susceptible to Taka's just damage and kiting abilities, and they don't have a Lyra for the bulwark. They have Arden, but we saw last game that Arden still couldn't stop this Taka from just rampaging on WeAreKhmer.
I know, so it's going to be interesting unless WeAreKhmer are going to go for, God forbid, a triple carry comp, but it would make sense for them to pick up Arden. Maybe a Lance or a Cat might not be a bad idea, but Arden is such a strong, versatile captain right now, can provide a lot of security for both your carry and your jungler. The gauntlet is immense in the right team situation. The Vanguard does its job. And let's not forget the Blood for Blood that can help really secure a kill for your team as they do pick up the Arden.
Yeah, Blood for Blood. Like I would have seen a lot of Ardens do recently is prep up their Atlas and then Blood for Blood the carry, and they're already pre-Atlased, and then just use your Vanguard to support your team, and then you just basically get a free Atlas off.
Exactly, but this is gonna be interesting. Who do you think has won the draft? Because both drafts are interesting, risky. I felt, but could have been countered by one or the other. So I don't know.
I think Ludicity might have a better draft here because two widespread stuns: Baptiste, Baptiste ulti, and then Churnwalker's Trespass. He only has one Crucible. Only one Crucible. Art only has one Crucible. He can only block one of those things. Unless the enemy team is good enough to block the Fearsome Shade, which should be possible. I think if Ludicity is able to lock them up, Ludicity should be able to win this game.
Yeah, they do, because if they synergize as well as they did last game, I really feel that they can kind of take control. But you've also got to remember that they do have a completely different comp. Lozard, they have a comp that is a little bit more backline with the Batiste. It's triple range. You know, how are they gonna have to? How are they gonna? What kind of positioning are they gonna have to take for these team fights?
Definitely a slow team fight. We just keep on backing up. Churnwalker getting his hooks. Just slow put damage out. While while WeAreKhmer is gonna try to look for really heavy, just go and do as much damage as possible. Just kill them as fast as you can. Type of comp.
Yeah, but it's also going to require Churn Worker to get those chains onto as many of the enemy team as possible, so that they can provide that kind of AoE damage. And that's one thing, Ludicity have a lot of AoE damage. The Bad Mojo deals out AoE damage. The Resonance Spencer's AoE damage, as the
He
mid
stole it.
century does go over to Secret Love.
But they might lose this fight. Actually, these chains doing so much damage, and this backflip doesn't have another a pot, and this backflip just gives fluff burst to Churnwalker. Thankfully, Because if this Baptiste is able to start going off an early game, it can be a really big problem.
It is going to be a big problem, but you know, it's first blood. Good stuff by Ludicity, but let's not count WeAreKhmer out. It's only the start, under 2 minutes. You know, and it all depends on how it's followed up, how the rotations come out.
Very really nice minion candy in lane actually. The way minion candies work are really well, where if you're able to do really good in the early game and just go to lane, minion candy the wave, and just pressure. But for some reason teams just don't pressure, they just leave it to rotate down to get this Blackfeather being caught out, but able to put a lot of damage out. And the Blackfeather's actually doing really well here. Wow, Blackfeather gets this kill by just on pointing. This is a comeback right here. Ringo goes down. Ringo's gonna go down, catch up. Another Vanguard should be up in a couple seconds. Oh no. This Baptiste does so much damage early game that people just forget about that. Gets stunned in the Ordain and just get killed as well. Two kills down. And Ringo is just gonna go back to lane.
Well, with the re-perk, it does really help him heal up on his basic attacks. After, I believe, 3 of his basic attacks, his re perk comes out, and as he deals any basic stacks after that, he heals up. So that's really good advantage for him to take
Definitely.
on the enemy team. But obviously he's got to make sure that he's not being really fully engaged on while he does that, because when you're against a CB Blackfeather who has a lot of sustain with the on points, it makes a big difference.
Another fight coming down here. Maybe getting caught out, trespass, and then maybe into a stun. But Arden's gonna come down and just rescue him. Hopefully, they should not fight here at all. But they're doing a lot of damage to Baptiste. They managed to kill the Baptiste somehow. I have no clue how that happened. Again, the damage from Baffle is insane. They might be able to get a pick on this. Churnwalker Ringo rotates down, and that's just a free kill on Churnwalker.
It is, and it's going to be interesting on you know, both teams are it's 3 kills each. You know, 0 good, like no difference in the gold right now. Lozard, it's a bit more pressure coming out in the lane, at least from WeAreKhmer, so that's good to see. But the Ordain comes out. The Ordain doesn't really do anything because it's onto Arden, which doesn't really make sense. And now we see Blackfeather is going to rotate, who has the Eclipse Prism and the double crystal bit. So that's going to do a lot of damage.
Blackfeather played that really well. Just uses on point to get to the Baptiste and just on point the Vox and just force him to go back. Now they can pressure this tower, and if they don't get it from the tower, Baptiste can come down to jungle, and now Blackfeather gets a free jungle steal.
Yeah, but what is that going to do to the team? But great rotation coming out by both Ringo and Arden as the Vanguard helps to secure the kill onto the Baptiste by Blackfeather. Now Blackfeather is just going to engage onto Churnwalker. Vox is doing his best to do damage onto Ringo, but Ringo's just dealing it because Ringo just does the better job. But Blackfeather is so low that he has to pour back, and now Arden is taken down. So that was a great turnaround by Ludicity in that team fight engagement. But now they've got to take advantage of it. You've got to push the lane, maybe get a turret, because Ringo's has poured it back. Arden is just about coming up, but now we see Blackfeather. No, sorry, the Ringo's going to come up the lane, and it's just going to try and protect his rotation.
They got nothing from that. Really saddened they weren't able to capitalize on that. Now this Aquazil does have his aftershock, so we're gonna see a lot more damage coming out.
Yeah, exactly. But still a close game though. Lozard, very close between these two teams. I feel that that any team fight engagement could go towards one of them right now. You got to imagine though, what I do find interesting is the Baptiste picked up a couple of scout traps. Obviously, he's a little bit scared of being caught out by the Blackfeather, and I would say that's kind of a good thing. But is that gold being wasted on him getting items?
So much damage going off. Blackfeather just going in right here. Sorry for cutting off. Blackfeather just so much damage with on points. Doesn't have level 2 yet. Hopefully they can just go back and clear, and then maybe try to look for another engage. But this Blackfeather is putting in some work right now. everything back on what I said. This Blackfeather is doing so well in this game. Blackfeather just
Oh,
able to get more points on Ringo's ulti going off, hitting the Vox, but the amount of capitals. Vox jumps the wrong way. But the Ordain is just able to shut it down, and there's some shade is able to put them all back, and now they're just back to a stalemate. And Ludicity clearly has the lead right now. I don't know. Ringo's gonna try to clear as fast as possible. Gets pulled back in. Aquazil gets caught out here, but should be able to get away because he has ulti, but gets Ordained and just dies.
yeah, now it's a matter of what can Ludicity do to take advantage of this. Now, the lane is being pushed down by Secret Love, so they've got to be careful of that. However, they are going to Goldmine as a two-man team because Vox is rotating up, and they are going to be able to take lane. In the meantime, though, WeAreKhmer are not aware of the Goldmine being taken, or are they? And they're jumping in with the boots, and the Vanguard comes out. Fearsome Shade comes out just to secure the gold mine by Ludicity. Fantastic stuff by them.
Yeah, once this Crucible comes up and this Arden's able to Crucible the Fearsome Shades, the team fights are going to be a lot easier. But right now, the Baptiste's utility is really helping out these dives that are coming out of Blackfeather.
That's so true. Those are very true. That but you can't take away. Let's talk about the Vox right now. Got Poison Shiv, got Breaking Point, is lower CS wise, is about 10 CS behind the Ringo, but is really doing a lot of damage. Got an infusion in his pocket that he can use.
Another team fight breaking out. Trespass lands on two members, and Blackfeather just gets chunked down. Baptiste able to land the bad mojo and just completely pop this Blackfeather. And they might be able to capitalize and get a tower out of this. Baptiste still has ulti, so if they try to get anywhere close, they can just ulti, but they are not going to try to engage, I guess, which is smart. I don't think they want to risk getting a kill for this Ringo, because if Ringo is able to just farm up, he does a lot of damage. They're definitely trying to take this tower. They might take this tower. Gets Ordained. Ooh, gets stunned on the Ordained, last minute of Ordained. But BlueStacks might have been caught out here. Great gauntlet to stop the Baptiste. But Ringo has to go back. And Arden's just dead because he gets Ordained.
Ludicity are playing a great team match so far. They're focusing on the objectives, focusing on the turrets, similar to the last game. Lozard, it's really good stuff to see with the Trespass comes out, does stun Ringo. Now Ringo is being engaged on under turret as a three-man team. They're able to score the kill on Ringo, and cheeky emote coming out.
Yeah,
and will they be able to take the turret?
Maybe, yeah, they're going to be able to take the tower. Now, will they be able to get any other kills
Fearsome
here?
Shade is blocked.
Wow, this Blackfeather should be able to outplay this actually. Aquazil misses his on point and ends up dying. But this isn't gonna be an ace. If this Ringo's coming in to try to do some damage, but this Arden's really low. Ringo ulti's gonna hit the Baptiste, but Baptiste's regen is pretty insane and not gonna do anything to him that much, not gonna kill him.
Also, it's weapon power. It's weapon power Ringo, so that's only going to do so much damage. Even though it is crit, Ringo is still only going to do so much. So I think that was just more of a defensive ult from the Ringo.
Yeah, and the biggest reason why Lucidity won these fights is because they were both infused. Aquazil was the only one infused. Ringo did not have an infusion. Infusions this early to mid stage of the game are really important if you know when you want a team fight. If you know when you want a team fight and then infuse and force a team fight, you'll win. You have a really good chance of winning.
Exactly. So, and that's what Ludicity seems to be doing overall. And it's really important that they keep that up. Now, Too Sweaty, after starting with the Clockwork, has now got a Dragon's Eye. That, I feel, is going to give him a really good power spike in an already strong game by him, because he's got 4 and 2 on the board in terms of kills and deaths. He's going to be able to build up stacks and cause a lot of damage with the bad mode.
Arden gets caught out here. Trespass silenced. Just gets annihilated. The silence just trespassed the Ordain. This guy wasn't able to use his flask, his fountain, or his crucible. And they're just gonna get a free gold miner off of this.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do is you might not get the ace, but by getting the
Oh wow, such a
no, it's
nice
stolen by the
steal.
black feather. But
He's
at
able to get
what
out.
cost is he gonna go down? The
He's
bad
gonna get.
mojo's
He's gonna
come
get that
out.
too. Well, Busek is going in for this, but this might be a bad play. But no, he's able to block the Ordain, and Arden's right here and has all his things up still. But I guess they're not gonna try to fight, which is smart because they're really strong right here.
However, they do get the Crystal Sentry in the process, and they are still engaging onto WeAreKhmer. Clearly, they feel confident enough that they are going to be able to do that AoE damage and just keep the pressure on. As the Healing Sentry is taken by Blue Stacks, it does mean he's going to be able to re-engage, as the Ringo did pour back, is back on full health. But Aquazale and I Love Johnny have really had to pour back. A really good aggression and synergy by Ludicity. I'm so impressed by this team, even at the late stages of the night, because I believe it's past half
It's
12 for these guys at
it's
night
one
time.
thirty. It's
1:30, absolutely
it's 6:30 for
amazing.
it's 6:30 for you though. So who's putting the real work in?
Hey, look, it could be worse, so I don't mind. It's more my throat than anything. But anyway, I will survive as long as I know how to love. I know I will stay alive.
This is really good. This is a really good point that everyone should do. But Lucy is taking it to a whole new level. That they're always infusing together, so they all have this power spike at the same time, and it would just destroy these team fights. It's a one-sided team fight. Bath were able to do some damage, but then just gets chunked out, and then Crystal Sentry comes out again, but the Crystal Sentry just dies so fast. Only one Crystal Sentry left.
Because, and you know what that's doing? That's ever increasing their gold lead. Yeah, okay, it's about 3k right now, but between psychological and physical advantage, it's showing so much. They just want to make sure that they are keeping their lane push as they stay in jungle together.
Yep. I'm really surprised at how well they are playing this game. They're just taking every single small lead they get and just multiplying it over and over again. They got a couple kills early, bought an infusion, just won the next team fight, and ever since it's just been in their jungle.
I know, it's like they won't give WeAreKhmer a chance, and it's because they have so much healing, and that's really good. You know, when you have a healing comp that's sustainable and able to heal back up, as well as the CC,
Great
look at that, the
trespass.
trespass comes out.
Great gauntlet on the other hand, actually. And this should be a clean team win, but Blue Stack's taking a lot of damage, and this buff they might be able to go for his best. They're very low right now. This is a good time for maybe a comeback. Ringo uses ult and kills him. Ringo's able to get the shutdown on the Baptiste, and they might chase to get this ace, actually. And they should be able to get this ace. Nice on point. Uses B. Get another Aftershock proc off. This should be a clean kill. Very nice plays for that comeback. Now, I don't know if they can take this gold mine fast enough, but they should really go for it and stop taking the sentry.
They should either go for gold mine or turret. Now they could get both with the ace minion buff, but the
They get this
Arden
gold
is
mine.
coming up. They're gonna get the gold mine, and I still think they
Wow.
could get the Kraken push if the Black Feather rotates up, which he is. Blue Stacks isn't really going to defend as much.
Caught out.
That was
He's caught out.
really
Blue
good
Stack's
by
gonna die here.
WeAreKhmer.
Wow. This is open. This is a comeback on the next level right here. They can
It is,
just go
and
for
you
it.
know what? The Kraken has just showed up. WeAreKhmer, they're coming back into it. We expect Ludicity to keep the pressure on, and yes, the Batista and the Churn Worker are down, but you got the Crystal Power Blackfeather, and with that on point, is very much able to secure the
No,
Kraken.
this is going away for him. This is going away. Clean. They can maybe try to fight here and actually get a kill. A lot of damage coming out, and Aquazil just going in and just doing so much damage, pressuring so hard. And this Baptiste is gone. Will they be able to get the kill the whole team? They might be able to get a haste here, but depending on how well the Chunrock can play. But Chunrocker already uses ulti. A great gauntlet coming through. And this Blue Stacks might be dead here, but luckily he had boots, and there's 2 towers left. Oh wow.
Crystal
Come on.
Sentry OP
No.
killed the Black Feather, but the ace still does come out because the Ringo and Arden secure the kill under turret onto the Vox, and now the Kraken is going to be able to bear down. The most important member of WeAreKhmer is still alive, which is that weapon power Ringo on a fantastic spell sword, single Tyrant's Monocle, nearly close to a double Tyrant's Monocle, but Batista's doing his best. Fearsome Shade, Suns Up, Secret Love, and I Love Johnny do have to back off, but the Kraken is still quite healthy. I don't think quite break down another turret, but that is the 3 choke turrets down on the side of Lucidity. This game is wide open, Lozard.
Imperium. Do you understand? Like the biggest comeback just happened here. They were the biggest comeback. Like blue team was completely in the other side of the jungle, just going in, just not letting them shop, not letting them buy, not letting them do anything. And now they're able to get kills. They're on the same gold now.
Because you know what I think? 2 things happened. Okay, those are 2 things happened. One, Ludicity hung around too long, too often. Okay, you're gonna get to a certain point where you're getting the odd kill, you're maybe getting an ace, but then the enemy team is porting back and they are getting items. And 2, WeAreKhmer started focusing better. When you start focusing better and you get 1 kill against the enemy team and it becomes 3v2, you're then able to get the 2nd kill, get the 3rd kill. We've seen the ace, we've seen the Kraken, and now, like I said, it's wide open. It's any team's game right now.
Anybody's
in
game.
This 3rd game of the series. Whoever takes this game takes the series, and this is really exciting stuff.
Yeah, this is a hype game. Like this comeback is insane. I don't know who's gonna win this game. This game is too close to call. They're rotating down to take Sentry, and they're just gonna get it free because WeAreKhmer just in lane, and they didn't know this was gonna happen. But I don't know if they're gonna try to fight here. Ringo does use ulti, but they're just gonna disengage, and this box isn't gonna block it because he knows nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, but I do like the vision that has come out by Ludicity. It is good to see. But and now WeAreKhmer focusing. They're going to try and pressure Ludicity in the jungle as they look to maybe just push Kraken because the Kraken is about to spawn up. Let's not forget that.
Now, will they try to take this so fast, but they don't realize how much vision Churnwalker actually has. But they take this so fast. If they would get this before the Churnwalker to even realize, they're almost gone. A box isn't anywhere near. They have this. Wow. And a double block. That was amazing. Secured. Oh no, this double stun,
but now WeAreKhmer are a little bit under pressure now. Blackfeather is away, but in fairness to Ringo is nearly full health, so they are going to be able to back off.
They should go back in.
It depends. The From Hell's Heart does come out. Blackfeather is very low in health. He is blocked, and now Secret Love is going to have to be careful.
No.
The Arden does go down. The Fearsome Shade
does have to stop their back.
But now Secret Love is doing his best to distract and stop the rest. Look at that! No, come on. Yes, he does.
He should get a kill as well.
Churnwalker. He should be able to get the kill on Churnwalker, but don't forget both the Batiste and the Vox, the most important parts of Ludicity, were able to port back in time. They will get 1 turret. Will they take down the 2nd crystal turret? Who knows? I feel they will.
Yeah, they might, but this tower's gonna be critically low. Like it can be backdoored. This is a backdoorable tower. 1 more hit, Kraken?
No, it doesn't quite get hit. Wow, this is such a close game. 15 kills to Ludicity, 13 kills to WeAreKhmer. There's only 1k goal difference between these 2 teams. I want to get some hype in chat, guys, and I want full respect for these 2 teams, the job they are doing at this time of night. I want to thank you guys at home for viewing in at this time of night. I want to thank everybody that's just, even myself, for casting at this time of night. It's absolutely ridiculous, as this is the 3rd game of the series between these 2 teams. Whoever wins the next team fight in terms of an ace, I feel will secure this game, Lozard.
Definitely. If A team does manage to get this, I don't know if they can. I don't know if they will be able to end because they do still have 3 towers left, but it'll be really close. But this next team fight will be really interesting to watch.
It will, as WeAreKhmer, they seem to be the team that's kind of engaging onto Ludicity, which is interesting because, like we mentioned, in the earlier to mid stages of the game, it was the opposite way around. And it feels like Ludicity are kind of a little bit scared right now, and that does play to the advantage because another Kraken isn't too far from spawning. Yet, WeAreKhmer, they could easily go for the Crystal Century again, but they seem to be kind of hanging around in jungle, see if they can camp around. No, they are going to be spot out with the bad mojo. I Love Johnny is just used better from Hell's Heart does come out. It is a block by Blue Stacks, but he did get the healing sentry, so he isn't really going to be too badly affected. He's looking to pour back, but that damage is going to stop him right now.
Guess we just enter the fold. Kraken enter the fold. Turnwalker, they all try to go in. Nice gauntlet for the engage. If he can block the sphere, but the side of the fear is not blocked. But this Ringo doing so much damage, and these two people are just don't know what's going on right now. Turnwalker gets the Trespass off, not able to stun it, but this Ringo's able to put so much damage in the backline. Turnwalker goes down, but the damage from this Baptiste is insane. It just pops this Blackfeather, and Arden's not even able to fountain him. But Ringo just run away now because this is a dead Arden.
And I do feel that Vox and the Baptiste are full health. The Kraken is up. They're going to be able to take the Kraken on their own. Have Ludicity turn this around again? I don't know. I don't even know which direction anymore because there's been so many turnarounds, Lozard. I don't know. Are we going left and right? Are we going up and down? Are we going in and out? It's unbelievable. It's absolutely amazing stuff between these two teams.
If this Ringo steals Kraken, I'm actually just going to scream. It's not possible.
If the Ringo steals Kraken, I'm out of here.
Bro. Auto Techo. Oh! Wait, never mind. I thought
close. I know. I thought it myself, and on the skin of my teeth. Ludicity take the Kraken. They did kill the Ringo as well. They got the ace buff. Now the Blackfeather is back up, so he's going to be able to kill those ace buff minions. But it doesn't deny the fact that all three members of Ludicity are back up with the Kraken bearing down on their base.
Hopefully no one else picks out and dies, because if another member of WeAreKhmer dies, this might be a free win for Ludicity, but they're playing cautious. That's good. Let this Blackfeather build up his stacks. They're going to take this tower easily. Choke by tower is gone, and they might be able to... I think they might be looking to end game. Ludicity is a very aggressive.
Well, there's not much that WeAreKhmer can do before the Ringo comes up. The Ringo does come up, so I think Ludicity are gonna kind of take it a little bit easier from Hell's Heart. Does come out just to make sure Ludicity backs away and they can focus on the Kraken. The Fierce and Shake comes out. The Trespass is both blocked. Absolutely fantastic stuff by WeAreKhmer. But Ringo is stunned. Vanguard's out of the way. With the Kraken still bearing down on the base. Is only just under
Who's going to die? No, the Trespass. Turnwalker is able to keep him away, but there's one auto attack from Ringo. But Kraken is going down, and there's two members of Ludicity left. Unless Ringo can kill all these people, but Trespass stuns up the Arden, and Arden is just dead. I'm going to stay now, but
I think this is game over because I don't think Ringo can take a 2-on-1 with the Kraken bearing down on turret. With the Ordain comes out, and there's nothing Ringo can do as he is taken down by both the Baptiste, and he nearly takes down the Baptiste. We didn't, and there's an ace on the side of Ludicity, and the Kraken secures the kill for
God, that game,
and gives them the 2-1 series win for their team. Absolutely fantastic stuff.
Such a close game. Last game was this was such a good game. I'm so glad I was casting with you.
Absolutely amazing stuff by both teams. Of course, you can turn around that there's a lot of mistakes. That was some issues that each team kind of let themselves get overconfident